Okay, everybody, hi, it's Patty again, and I'm here to do a reading for another one of our sisters and brothers out there, a viewer who got in touch with me by email and asked me to take a look at the relationship. So this is a relationship that she inquired about, but as I, said earlier, the cards will tell you what it is that the ancestors want you to know. And if romance comes up, then good. But if there's a stronger message, more information, something else, they may not deal directly with what your question is, but they will give you what it is that the Creator wants you to be aware of. So, let's go forward and see what we've gotten here. So, I shuffled the cards, laid out the spread. I'm using the Tarot of the Orishas by Zoroark and Durkheim, and I'll be using the Romance Angel Oracle cards at the end by Doreen Virtue. So let's go ahead. First card that came up was the Three of Water in the reverse. And it was covered by this card here, Shampana, which is also known as Babaluaye. I don't know if you all can get a good lighting here, but that's what that is. Babaluaye talks about illness and sickness. So we have the Three of Water, which talks about a lack of faith because of illness and instability, covered by the Shapana, which also talks about being concerned with illness. Okay, so my client is concerned, I guess, about illness. It also talks about a family or a three-way relationship upside down. So I would tend to think that there's some kind of a three-way relationship. Also, the bottom of the deck card was the Nine of Earth. See that? Nine of Earth. And that overall energy of the Nine of Earth is fear of loss, fear of losing everything. This card talks about leaving your home, being afraid when you go outside, or if you're not afraid, you need to be careful. You may be being watched. You may be subject to being robbed, so just be careful when you're coming in and out of your home. This next card is Eshu, female. Okay, and Eshu is similar to Legba, controlling the crossroads, the paths, ins and out. This is the female energy of that, and she's upside down underneath. And so there was a woman that may have been blocking your blessings. You may have, this talks about also illness. You may have broken up with this person or stopped being friends with this person for some reason, but you miss her. Again, this talks about illness. Next card is, boy, oh boy, oh boy. You can see these. So sorry. Two of Earth. Okay? Two of Earth is reversed. And Two of Earth talks about, again, feeling like your home is unprotected or your home has been disrespected. Unprotected or disrespected. I don't know if maybe there were, I don't know why I'm getting this, but maybe there was somebody was doing some cheating, and they did it in your home. Maybe when you weren't there. Maybe when you were ill. Maybe you were hospitalized out of the home, and you thought that you had them there because you wanted them to take care of your home and make sure everything was good. And I mean, they weren't house sitting. You were in a relationship with this person. But they took an opportunity maybe while you were not there, or you were away at work or in the hospital, and maybe have disrespected your home. May have had someone in there that they should not have had. Maybe had sex in your home with someone that you weren't approving of, or disrespected you in your home in some way. I think it has something to do with cheating. I'm not sure. But there's a third-party situation, and you felt like your home has been disrespected. This card here, Oba, is upside down. And there's a thing over your head. You're worried maybe about being alone. You're worried about loneliness, loss of employment, loss of the ability to pay your bills and maintain your home. Surgery, maybe you're scheduled for surgery, or you're afraid that you're going to have surgery, and then you'll be unable to work for a while. So that may be threatening your home because you're worrying about that. Also talks about cutting things off because your Oba is upside down. So it's talking about cutting things off. Worried about dying alone. Worrying about being alone in your old age or dying alone. Maybe you're afraid that when you go to hospital, you'll be lonely. Nobody will come to visit you. Since you may have gotten rid of this person, which it looks like you did, you're still worried about that. That's something that's looming over your head. But this card's showing a victory. Okay, this is the Ace of Air. And this talks about a victory ahead for you. The relationship between you and this person was karmic, in the sense that it was a perfect blending of the old and the new. And you can look on here and see older woman and a younger woman, both probably this energy as it's grown up to this. All right, but there's wisdom that comes with that. You see those eyes, all seeing over them. There's wisdom and faith that comes along with that karma. And wisdom and faith and a knowing also. So this is, there's lessons and people that come into our lives, they say for a reason or for a season. All right? You may have had this person with you. You thought that you could rely on her, but when the chips were down, she turned out maybe not to be as reliable as you thought. Okay? She didn't think that you would be able to survive without her either. Okay? She thought that she had you. So this is, I'm sorry, the Four of Water, upside down. And you have been so wrapped up in this situation with her, and kind of having the upper hand in a way, and she wasn't expecting you to be able to come out of this hibernation period, the time that you and she were involved in this relationship, she didn't expect you to be able to survive without her. So she figured she'd just do whatever she wanted to do behind your back where you couldn't see it, maybe disrespect your home, your household, your family somehow, and that you were just going to deal with it because she thought she's all you had. But what she didn't know is that you have guardian angels protecting you and looking out for you. And what she thought she had done and gotten away with, it came to light. Somehow, somebody, somewhere, your angels, your ancestors, your protection, took care of that. They don't want people making a fool out of you. They don't want anybody pulling something behind your back. They don't want you to get a false sense of security from somebody that has no intention of doing the right thing. This talks about this whole cycle, this whole thing being over, this whole cycle being over. Be it this relationship or the dynamics of this relationship, the way that you and she interact with one another. You know, the dynamics of the relationship definitely changed because you stood up for yourself and you put your foot down and said what you're not going to accept. But again, you have to be careful because you are being watched. You're worrying about, you know, what's going to happen if you get sick, how you're going to take care of things, how you're going to pay the bills, going to take care of the home. It's all right. You have the victory card next to your guardian angels, next to your ancestors. They're watching over you in this situation. And this reverse, the cycle is over. So you're not going to feel like you're being taken advantage anymore. Your eyes are open. You're going to be able to see things clearly for what they are. And you're going to come out of your shell. You're going to come out of your shell. You're going to reawaken and join the world so that they can see how strong you are and how beautiful you are. But you can't let this person be in your path anymore. You have to let that go. You have to let that go. Okay, so, again, you're worrying about whether or not you're going to lose everything. And just because you've lost this thing doesn't mean that there isn't something coming ahead for you. You had some things you have to go through, some lessons you have to learn. It's karma. And it's called for. It's the universe needs it. It's necessary in order for their plan to move forward. All of us have a little piece of the puzzle of what destiny is for the entire of mankind. And we all have our little parts to play. Isn't that like Shakespeare? All the world's a stage and we're just players, actors in it. You know, all the world's a stage. Yes, I think something like that. You know, I'm misquoting Shakespeare, but you get what I'm saying. I'm sure you get what I'm saying. We all have a part to play. We all have a part to play, and some people are in the starring roles, and others are supporting characters. But we're all necessary, and we're all needed. And people come into your life for a reason, and sometimes for a season, and then when the ancestors have had enough of you and them, and it's time for them to move on because they got lessons too for themselves, and there's something that they needed to learn, maybe self-control, maybe respect. I don't know. Okay, let's see what the Romance Angel Oracle cards are saying about this situation. Okay, let's see if there are any messages that the romance angels want to give you in regards to this relationship and regards to your relationships going forward. Okay, so you got the retreat card, but you got it upside down. Okay. Okay, you got the retreat card upside down. So it says it's time to disconnect from the world. That's in the upright position. But this is reverse. So I would think that that would be totally the opposite. I would think that that's telling me, it would say to me, that you need to get out there, that you need to make yourself visible again, that you need to rise up out of the hole that you've been in, the darkness that you've been in, and show yourself to the world. Show yourself, your beautiful self, to the world. Don't be afraid. You got your guardian angels there. Okay? So let's see what the book says about retreat and see how that may apply. Time to disconnect from the world. Romance angels see that your love life blossoms as you spend time alone with your partner. It appears that you've become confused or conflicted by other people's advice. It's time for you to disconnect so you can better hear your own feelings and opinions. If you're in a partnership, spending time apart from others will renew your commitment and take it to the next level. This could mean taking a vacation, going on a nature hike, enjoying a long drive, turning off the phones and computer as you both enjoy a quiet afternoon at home. The painting on this card indicates a honeymoon, which could be literal. So there may be a deepening of commitment or a new serious relationship if you're currently single. The card may indicate an upcoming wedding, engagement, or renewal of vows. These activities are more meaningful as you spend time alone with your partner. If you're presently single, this card guides you to spend time by yourself, meditating upon your true feelings and thoughts. Be sure to take action based on intuitive guidance. This strengthens your energy, which helps you rapidly attract and manifest your loving partner. Okay. Very nice card. Again, you got it in the reverse. So I would say that there are parts of that message that you can take literally as it would be in the upright position. I do think you need to get more in touch with yourself. I do think that you need to spend more time with yourself, learning how to trust yourself and learning how to trust your intuition, learning who to trust and who not to trust, and to get an understanding and an appreciation of what that relationship was about, why it happened. Also, needing to make sure that you see about your health. If you are planning surgery, then you need to get your business in order so you can protect your home for your children. See what you need to do for your employment, your job. There's someone who can run the business while you're away or convalescing or in confinement, as they say. See who you can get to do that. And while you're working on that, there may be a way for you to meet more people also, because I'm saying this retreat reverse is telling me that you need to get out there and meet people, that you need to go out there and enjoy yourself and spread your wings. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the people around you who appreciate you and love you, and the ones that aren't backstabbing you or coming up with a plan or got an ulterior motive as to why they're in your life. There's a difference between having a purpose in a person's life and having an ulterior motive. At least in my opinion, if you have an ulterior motive, you don't really mean that person well, or you're more in it for yourself than you are for that person. And that's a little unfair. But rest assured, there was a reason for this person to be around you. But you'll be fine. You will be okay. You will go forward and you will have the victory. But make sure you have your affairs in order. Make sure that you protect your home and your children. If you're going into surgery, take care of all the paperwork that you need to take care of. And thank your ancestors for their guidance and for their protection, and ask them to continue to protect you and guide you as you go into the hospital for surgery, if that's what's happening. But again, this victory card here, and I think that like I said, you may have to spend some time by yourself, but that doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing. But I would advise you to, take care of your paperwork, get things in order, so that nobody can come and rob you or your family while you're down, while you're not at your best. And be careful who you let in around you. But you do need to meet people. You do need to have a good time. You do need to enjoy your life. Okay? So, thanks so much. I hope this resonated with you in some way. And we'll talk soon, okay? And thank you for letting me share your reading with the rest of the community, because there's someone out here in the world that might need to hear this message also, okay? So I'm praying that divine order be established in this situation. I'm praying to Saint Michael, the Archangel, to defend us in battle, be our protection against wickedness and the snares of the devil. Asking for prayer for one another and the divine power of God to straighten out this entire situation and bring you some peace and some happiness and the beauty that you deserve. Thanks so much. Let me know, and I'll be talking to you soon. And I thank you also on behalf of the entire community for letting us share this reading. Ashe. Amen. Peace.